Hello, salam, namaste, and welcome to episode number 3. Today we're going to be talking about another very important topic and a question that I'm always asked about, which is, do I have to know how to play every single scale, every single song, and every single composition from every single key on the keyboard? Now, key meaning the root key. So for instance, if we're playing from C, do I have to know how to play from F and G, the same composition or the same scale, in case I need to transpose or there's a singer that's singing with me and I need to accompany them in a different key? So today I'm going to explain a little bit about what my philosophy and my theory is and how I utilize maybe 1 or 2 or 3 keys that I'm comfortable with and play from those keys often and just transpose from there. When learning piano in high school and throughout my childhood, we were always forced to learn every single scale from every single key. So basically, the reasoning behind that in my philosophy is that piano is an acoustic instrument and it did not have a transpose button or the ability to scale change or shift the key of the original root of where you're playing from. For instance, on the keyboard, we do have the transposition function. And for most keyboards, even the budget keyboards, they all have a transposition function. Meaning, if I want to play from C and I'm playing a song in the root key of C, but I need that to be from F, for instance. So the key of the song needs to be in F, but I know how to play that song or that composition from C. What I would do is I would transpose, meaning I would play from C, but I would make my C actually F. So that means I would go up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 notes. So that means that I would go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on the transposition section of my keyboard, making it 5 sharper than my original note. So I'm going up half steps. So now my C is actually F. To give you all a better explanation of what I was talking about, for instance, this is C. So if I use the transpose function on my keyboard, it actually shows flat and sharp, meaning that I could change the key either to the left, which is flatter, or to the right, which is sharper. So for instance, right now it's on +5, I'm going to make that 0. It shows on top 0. So my C is actually C now. If I want to make my C sharp, that means I would have to make it sharp by 1 note. So I would go 1, and it actually shows me up there +1. So now my C is actually C sharp. For instance, if I wanted to play a song from C, for instance, this is C. Now a singer wants to sing this from F, but I only know how to play this from C. What do? You go up here and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Meaning it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now my C has become F. Now, do I believe that it's important to play every single composition, every single scale, or whatever it may be from every single key as a keyboardist? Personally speaking, if I was playing harmonium, which was without scale change, or if I was playing piano, which I did not have the transposition function on, then it would be very important for me to know every single key and how to play from every single key. But being that a keyboardist always has access to transpose, I personally myself pick 3 or 2 even comfortable keys that I enjoy playing from, that I'm comfortable from. Now, necessarily that doesn't mean that you have to play from the same keys that I do. I personally like playing from C and F. The reasoning behind that is just the way that the fingering works, and also at the same token, I was taught that way from the beginning. So I always like to go back to my roots and play from there. Now, a lot of Indian classical musicians, they learn from C sharp, and C sharp is considered their standard scale or their C in Indian classical music. So it depends on wherever you're comfortable from. There's no specific rule behind that. I personally like to play from wherever I feel comfortable from, and I personally play from C and from F. Now my reasoning behind that is that, first of all, my fingering there is comfortable, and I've also learned how to play from there. And most of the scales and most of the ragas that I learn, I always try to learn from C first, so this way I'm able to transpose it later on if I need to. I hope you all enjoyed this episode and this video, and I hope it was useful to you. I'm going to be doing a lot more videos and a lot more tutorials, so please stick around and don't forget subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support, and I hope that I'm benefiting you all.